and a very good morning here on Sports Today. As always, we'll start the day with you by bringing you the latest news that you may have missed out on over the course of the last 12 hours or so. So let's start with the big thing. Of course, it was the semi-finals in the US Open that took place. I want to first talk about that before I tell you details about the India practice session that took place in Dubai. Also, I'm going to be speaking a little softly. I've got a sore throat, so please bear with me. Let me first talk you through what happened in the two semi-finals that took place in the United States. It is going to be for the third successive time a final of Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner, both of them winning in straight sets. Alcaraz winning in straight sets, but Yannick Sinner needing 4 sets to ensure that he gets a place in the final as well. As far as the hegemony of the big three is concerned, that I can say for sure is now over, because for the first time in 22 years there will be no Novak Djokovic, a Roger Federer, or a Rafael Nadal in the entire calendar year in a Grand Slam final. It's happened for the very first time since 2003. So yes, the big three times are perhaps gone by, are beyond us now. And now it's the era of Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, who, like I said, for the third successive Grand Slam final, will be meeting in a final. Carlos Alcaraz ended up winning against Novak Djokovic in 3 sets. I'll be very honest, I saw the first 2 sets. I saw him take the 2 set lead. And it eventually, it was giving me signs of it being a one-sided affair, and that's why, and that's in fact the point at which I called it a night and went off to sleep. Woke up reading the fact that it did end up turning out to be a straight set victory for Carlos Alcaraz. But moving on, I want to also tell you about how exactly is it that the practice session for India happened in Dubai. It was, as we've already told you, the entire team was to assemble the day before. Yesterday was the first day of practice. Everyone was there, right from Coach Gautam B to all the members. The support staff was also there. The big takeaways from that first session that took place, practice session, it was an extended session, especially for the batters. So the batters had a long session, right from the two openers who are expected to get things going for India in Abhishek and Shubman Gill had an extended session, session there for Hardik Pandya as well, and even Rinku Singh. All of these guys had an extended session. So all those batters out there ended up having a long time in the middle. As for the bowlers, almost the similar story for them as well. As far as Jasprit Bumrah is concerned, yes, he also trained. He also was there, and he was seen conversing with Shubman Gill for quite some time. Also with Abhishek Sharma. So that's how things went about as far as India's practice session is concerned. There isn't, unfortunately, a lot of cricket that I can talk to you about this morning, but let's see how is it that things unfold later in the day. I also want to give you a cursory glance of what is it that the paper this morning is carrying. The Hindustan Times that I have with me in my hands talks about the final of the women's US Open final that will take place. It carries the overall record, the head-to-head, as far as Anisimova and Sabalenka are concerned. Everything in favor of Arina Sabalenka. Do I see more cricket on on today's paper? In today's paper, yes, I do. It does talk about the 197 that Narayan Jagdishan scored, and that in many ways keeps him in the reckoning as far as Test cricket is concerned. Remember, he was roped in as one of the backup players as well after Rishabh Pant got injured in the England series. We also have a picture of Leo Messi with his sons, but this is a story we've already covered on Sports Today. So in case you missed it, do go ahead and check it out. And yeah, as far as what lies ahead, there is also the India China match today. Remember, India did not play yesterday. India will be playing today in the FIH Hockey Asia Cup, which will take place in Rajgir. We've been getting you regular updates from that as well. So stay tuned if you're a hockey fan. We will be coming live to you immediately after the match gets over. And yeah, just one more update that comes to my mind as far as we've already told you the Dream 11 partnership with the Indian team is over. The My Circle 11 partnership with the IPL is also now nearing its end. That also is something I think I read that in the paper as well. Let me just see if it's there, or I don't quite remember if I read it elsewhere. Yes, I do see it in the paper, which and it says that on the back of Dream 11's pullout as sponsors, My Circle 11 has also followed suit and informed the BCCI of its inability to continue. So that too has happened, and that means the BCCI will now be looking out for another sponsor, this time for the IPL. So that's it, guys. It's the start of the day. I will now see you from office. If there's any update, I could join you live from the car as well. Who knows? But that is it from me as far as the morning wrap is concerned. I'm quickly going to take a couple of comments. Shoriola says, is Virat Kohli playing India A versus Australia A? No clarity on that, Shoriola. But if we are to get a clarity on that, we will be telling you about that. Karthik Tyagi says, देखो मैं तो मैच देखूंगा. I'm guessing you're talking about the Pakistan match. हम पाकिस्तान का सारा देखने वाले हैं. चाइना से दोस्ती कर सकते हैं तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है करण? You're entitled to that opinion. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong about that. This is something we touched upon in the dugout as well, when there is bonhomie with China that we're seeing right now, and we very well know that they had a role to play during Operation Sindoor, providing arms to Pakistan. That's happening as far as bilateral ties are concerned. It makes complete sense, and no judgment on you or to or on anyone else for that matter. If you want to see the match, this is not about your patriotism being different to someone else's, and even if it is, that's completely fine. Those who are boycotting, those who don't want to boycott, there is no judgment on anyone. You're free to do whatever you want to do. So yeah, those were my concluding thoughts. I will now, as I said, see you live from the India Today office. Thank you. Bye bye. Yes, Karthik, हम भी cover करेंगे. Don't worry, we'll also be covering that match. No boycott from us. Bye bye, guys.